The website builder you choose will either set your business up for success or leave you pulling your hair out for months on end while good leads fall by the wayside. Choose the right site builder and you'll unlock new opportunities for growth, but get it wrong and it's like watering weeds while the roses wilt. You're likely to end up lost in a YouTube vortex, losing dozens of painstaking hours in there. Maybe you abandon ship and opt for another platform in a few months. Or maybe you end up paying some expensive developer way too much to fix everything up. I've built websites on nearly every major platform out there, so today I'm going to give you my honest take on 10 of the most popular site builders out there, ranked from easiest to most advanced. So by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea on the pros and cons of each platform. You'll be able to make an informed decision about which one is right for your business, and you'll be able to start setting up scalable systems today, which help your business grow instead of holding you back. Hey, what's up? This is Kelso. I help small business owners and solopreneurs save cash and unlock growth with their digital tool stack. Sometimes I do reviews like this, but mostly I do tutorials. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Also, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video, so today you're going to be getting my raw, unfiltered opinion. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's kick off with one of the easiest solutions on the market, Notion. If you need a free, no-fuss portfolio or resume site, or you just need something live in a couple of hours that's really basic and bare bones, Notion's a really fantastic option. The easiest way to get started is to just browse through their template library. They have free and paid options. Once you've found one, copy and paste it into your own library and start tinkering with the content and hit share and publish it, and that's basically it. As you can see, it's really basic, but entirely functional. Admittedly, the link that it creates is a little bit long and ugly though, so if you want something cleaner, you can use a URL shortener like Bitly or find something on Google. Or if you have a bit more time up your sleeve, you can investigate configuring it with your own custom domain. But yeah, that's Notion. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy, it's great for what it is. Next up, we've got Squarespace. Squarespace is one of the easiest ways to get a professional looking website up and running quickly with no design experience required. They have a bunch of templates ready to go. They offer things like e-commerce and blogging tools, but the whole platform itself is made for people with really basic, modest needs and no technical background. So if your needs are modest and you just need a really simple website forever, it's a really great choice. That said, design and customization is quite limited. They use this really unique square-based grid model towards design, which I personally find pretty infuriating. So if you want full design control, you're going to hit roadblocks and limitations, even for things as simple as like the nav bar. And while mobile responsiveness is usually okay, if you're building custom sections, you might encounter some strange and painful behaviors that take ages to clean up and make them mobile friendly. All that said though, again, if your needs are modest, it's a really great and accessible tool. Just one final word of warning here if you are considering Squarespace. If you buy your .com on Squarespace when you're originally onboarding, it's going to make your life hell if you decide that you're ready to scale and move on to a more advanced platform like Wix or Webflow down the line. Having your domain configured on a third-party DNS host like GoDaddy or Cloudflare, it's just going to make your life a lot easier. And it'll also make the migration to that new site builder a lot less risky. If you don't know what I just said, check out my video on the 3 traps you want to avoid before setting up your website. I'll leave the link in the description. All right, next cab off the ranks, we got Typedream. Now, Typedream is a lightweight, beginner-friendly site builder. They're one of the tech darlings to emerge from the no-code revolution that is currently unfolding. Typedream is affordable, easy to use, and surprisingly powerful even for non-technical users. You get built-in tools for forms, text animations, digital products, easy to build link in bio pages, you get a Zapier integration, you even get email marketing. One of the things that sets Typedream apart from other site builders is that it relies entirely on Notion to publish CMS collections. Now, quick high-level sidebar on what a CMS collection is. Think of things like your blogs page, your events board, jobs board, annual reports. Think of any library that you might need in your website where there are a whole lot of similar content pieces. That's what a CMS collection is. So Typedream relies entirely on Notion if you want to publish a CMS collection. Now, this is really fantastic news if you already use Notion. It means members of your team can publish to the company blog on your website without ever needing to sign into Typedream. Cuts out so many steps from the publishing process, potentially saving you and your team a lot of time. But if you don't use Notion, this is less good. It means that you and your team have to subscribe to Notion and learn how to use that tool as well. Also, since Typedream is a smaller platform, you're probably going to run into feature gaps here and there. Last time I checked, which was Feb 2025, there were no native search bars, slideshows, or carousels. There are also less integrations with third-party softwares. They rely on Zapier for a lot of that stuff. But yeah, if you want a simple, stylish website or you want to streamline your content strategy with Notion, Typedream is a fantastic choice and probably a really safe horse to hitch your wagon to in the long run. Next up, we got Framer, my go-to site builder. It's fast, intuitive, and lets you create fluid, interactive layouts without touching a line of code. Its biggest advantages are its speed and flexibility. If you know Figma, you're going to pick up Framer super fast because its UI follows a lot of the same similar logic. One thing that's really quite unique about Framer in terms of site builders is its canvas view. So for any given page, the desktop, tablet, and mobile views are always visible. This makes identifying mobile responsive issues much faster and easier. Like with Figma, in Framer, you can build components for reuse across your whole website. This means that you can quickly build super powerful, customized animations and interactions. So if you have someone even slightly technical or design forward on your team, they're going to be able to build some really cool interactive stuff. Why might you want to do that, you ask? Well, three major things that animations and interactions have been proven to help with are improving engagement, boosting retention, and maximizing conversions. There are a couple of limitations and trade-offs that you need to be aware of. First major thing that gets a lot of flack online is that their CMS collections are a little bit basic feature-wise compared to more advanced platforms like Webflow. I've never really noticed it. I just know that it's something that a lot of people complain about. Also, it's lacking a centralized media library, which means that before you publish, you have to rely on a third-party plugin to add alt text to all of your images. Also, being a newer platform, you do miss out on a few advanced, nice-to-have features which you would otherwise get on a platform like Wix. Things like inbuilt SEO. Finally, if you've got extensive e-commerce needs, Framer is probably not the platform for you. You're probably better off going to Shopify or Wix or Webflow. That said, if you're a business who values flexibility and you want to be able to ship really beautiful designs and animations really, really fast, Framer is an unlock. Next up, we got Wix. Wix is probably my second most recommended tools for small businesses after Framer. Wix is one of the most flexible, feature-rich, and beginner-friendly site builders out there. You get drag and drop editing, you get e-commerce tools, competitive pricing, you get a library of powerful apps and plugins, components, integration, SEO and analytics tools. You also get heaps of really powerful no-code animation and design features. Like Framer, Wix is really doubling down on supporting non-designers with powerful no-code tools. It's also one of the best documented website builders out there with YouTube tutorials for nearly any use case and scenario you can think of. The major drawback is that it's not as intuitive as something like Squarespace or Typedream if you're coming from Square Zero. The learning curve is a little bit steeper, so you should probably bank on dropping like $30 on a Udemy course and spending a couple of weeks learning that before you're really comfortable. Also, Wix websites have a reputation for being slightly slower to load than competitors. And if you're new to web design, the general rule is if your website is slow to load, you're going to have lower conversion rates and you're also not going to rank as highly on Google. Ultimately though, Wix is a super safe choice. In my view, it's just built to take the average business a bit further in their scaling journey compared to a competitor like Squarespace. It just takes a little bit longer to learn, so you will have to be patient. All right, next up, we got Cargo Collective. Cargo is a site builder built specifically for creatives, primarily designers and artists, who want to create something visually striking and quite unique. It offers really beautiful design templates with engaging interactive elements that help portfolios and creative projects really stand out. Look at these sites. They're just so sick. People are just building the coolest stuff in here. Unfortunately, there are a few trade-offs here. There are a lot of people complaining that really basic things like forms can be tricky to set up and customize. Breakpoints are quite difficult to set up and manage. Their library of third-party integrations is limited. So if you do have other tools and things that you want to embed into your cargo site, you're probably going to have to get comfortable with HTML embeds. One thing that kind of perplexes me about Cargo is that its price point is a little bit high for a comparatively lower level of feature coverage compared to platforms like, say, Wix. It's like you're paying a premium to be part of their design community. So yeah, Cargo Collective, really awesome for creating visually striking sites. However, if you're after a really feature-rich, well-documented platform with easy navigation, site controls, and native no-code tools, Wix, Framer, and Webflow might serve you better, but definitely suss Cargo out. And as always, think twice before buying your .com on Cargo Collective. Consider buying it from a dedicated DNS host like SiteGround or GoDaddy or Cloudflare. Next up, if you need e-commerce, Shopify is a very hard platform to go past. It's like an all-you-can-sell buffet where every tool is on the menu. A Shopify subscription gets you customer management, shipping, payments, automations, marketing, CMS collections and blogs. You can track analytics and KPIs, plus a huge plugin marketplace designed to support basically any use case you might have. Its no-code site builder tools are also quite decent, so you can build and tell your story on Shopify like you would any other website builder. Customization is where things start to get tricky. Shopify stores are built on top of professionally built templates, which are called themes. Themes can be free or paid, and they can be built by either Shopify or accredited on-platform vendors, or by independent off-platform developers. Now, each of those approaches offer differing levels of support, different features, and different levels of flexibility. If you have specific design needs which aren't natively programmed into your Shopify theme, this is going to require custom development or adding a third-party page builder like GemPages or Pagefly or Show. Now, my biggest gripe with Shopify is that their payment solutions are a little bit pricey on a per-transaction basis. If you decide you want to forego Shopify payments for a third-party payment gateway, be prepared to pay a little bit more, and also be prepared for the risk that Shopify might just drop support for your payment processor overnight. This seems to be happening more and more, and it's shaken up more than a couple of business owners on Reddit. All of that said though, Shopify is my e-commerce platform of choice by a long margin. For most e-commerce businesses, Shopify is a no-brainer. Alright, next up we got Webflow. Webflow is the ultimate platform for designers and businesses who want full technical and creative control. It's about as close to raw HTML, CSS, and JavaScript programming as a site builder can offer without you actually having to write any code. The key benefits are that the design freedom is virtually unmatched. It's also extremely well supported with a huge library of support resources, videos, courses, and online communities. You can build pixel-perfect layouts with engaging animations and complex interactions that simply aren't possible on other platforms. Plus, Webflow has a powerful CMS for blogs, it offers e-commerce, and it integrates seamlessly with other tools like Zapier and Make for automations, as well as natively into a bunch of other third-party apps and CMS platforms and ERPs and CRMs and stuff. That said, Webflow does have its challenges. I built my second personal website on Webflow, and while I did love the design control it gave me, managing the design system did become a little bit tedious. If you're not careful with the CSS rules and the combo classes that you create, a design fix on one page can create a string of new issues on another page that can be a real pain in the butt to sort of problem solve. It's also expensive. I'm talking a few hundred per year just for hosting and SSL, and several hundred more for every team member who needs access. But still, if your team has a designer with a slight technical edge, it's one of the most powerful tools on the market you can equip them with. Next up, we got WordPress. Launched in 2003, WordPress is commonly cited as the original no-code tool. It was a revolutionary innovation which changed the trajectory of web design as we know it for the better by empowering non-coders to build and manage websites for the first time ever. The game's been changed for literally decades now though. Nowadays, WordPress does not make sense for the average business owner unless they have in-house technical staff or the budget to throw at a digital agency for ongoing maintenance and support. When you commit to building a WordPress website, you commit to managing 1. The WordPress plugin itself and as janky as all hell 2005 UI. 2. Web hosting. You need to install the WordPress plugin on a host server that is always connected to the internet like cPanel or Heroku or Amazon Web Services. 3. Ensuring that your secure socket layer certificate or SSL certificate is properly installed. Otherwise, people are going to be scared off when they land on your website because they'll get that little alert that says that hackers are trying to steal their information. And 4, you're also committing to managing a massive ecosystem of plugins. I would bank on installing anywhere between 5 to 20 additional plugins just to ensure basic use cases like security and analytics. Sound complicated? Yeah, it is, and unnecessarily so, because virtually every other modern site builder platform out there handles all of the above behind the scenes for less than the cost of a single support ticket. And that's why I've controversially listed WordPress as being more complex than Webflow, because the scope of learning required to build a competitive WordPress site is just much broader. You have to learn about a much more diverse range of things rather than the Webflow builder itself. And another thing is that the hidden cost of managing a complex ecosystem like that, it adds up quickly. Before you know it, you're paying a multiple of what you would have otherwise paid for an equivalent website builder like Wix or Webflow without a fraction of the stability or the scalability. And to clarify, I'm not saying that no business out there should use WordPress. There are definitely businesses out there where it makes sense, especially if you've got good in-house technical resources. All I'm saying is that for the average business owner, you want to focus on just running your business. You shouldn't need to worry about learning all of these crazy complex technical things. All right, last and least, we have WooCommerce. What's WooCommerce? Well, it's a plugin that you install on top of the WordPress plugin to turn your WordPress site into an e-commerce store. It's great for businesses who love the challenge of running a WordPress site, who are also looking for the added challenges of also needing to manage inventory, shipping, payments, logistics, security, with a very outdated UI. Anyway, that's about the whole enchilada for today, folks. I hope that's helped someone. If you've gained any kind of value out of this video, smash that like button because it really does help, and thank you so much. Quick question for you, what is the biggest pain point with your site builder? I'd love to help make some tutorials to help you out, so let me know in the comments. More videos coming soon. Until then, you take it easy. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.